Hello and welcome to Players of the Round Table, Episode 5. This is the All Around Podcast. Today's date is February 28th, 2017. My name is Jeremy, and with me as always is Nick.
Hola!
And we have quite a bit to talk about today.
There's all the stuff. I'm actually glad, by the way, too, because as opposed to last week, there was
nothing.
I'm saying now there's announcements.
Yes. Yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on.
There was so much just nothing that we had to dig through.
Yeah.
Now we finally had stuff put at our doorstep.
And a lot happened today.
Yes.
Today and yesterday, which is pretty great.
We've been getting very good. I mean, because this is Tuesday, of course.
Yes.
So it's very good that we keep doing this on Tuesday, because that's when it's announcement after announcement.
And game release day.
Yes.
So it works out pretty well.
Yes. Very much so. Hashtag calculated.
But yeah, there's a lot of announcements. There's a lot of informal announcements.
Yes.
There's a lot of things that were announced with little detail. So the biggest thing is actually not Nintendo this time.
Even though, for everyone already gripping at the seats, we're going to talk about Nintendo.
Yes.
And specifically the Switch.
Yes.
Again.
Yes.
But finally, one of the competitors has finally put out information worthy enough of us to cover first.
Yes.
On top of everything else.
And it happened this morning.
Yes.
So.
And it's Microsoft, thank God.
Yes. Microsoft fanboys for life.
Yes.
Yeah. So Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, made a big announcement this morning that Xbox is starting an Xbox streaming service.
Yep.
It is essentially what PlayStation Now was.
Yeah, well, honestly, it's what it more should have been.
Yes, it's 10 times better.
Yes.
And what's funny is PlayStation Now is slowly dying away, and now this is picking up, and everybody's talking about it. To put it in perspective...
It's a good time frame, too.
Yeah, absolutely. PlayStation Now was $25 a month. You could bundle 3 months together for $40, and you streamed games.
Yep.
So you had to have incredible internet to do this. I think it was recommended you had at least 25 megabits per second. Xbox's streaming service is $10 a month. There's 100 games at launch, some of which include NBA 2K16, Halo 5, the Gears of War Ultimate Edition, Saints Row 4 Re-Elected,
Mega Man,
the first Lego Batman, because it will include backwards compatible titles as well. But you download these titles to your console, very similar to EA, that and EA Access.
Yeah.
So you download these titles, you get discounts on DLC, you get discounts on any kind of extra add-ons and stuff that they put out later, and it stays on your console for as long as you are part of this program, which it's pretty fantastic. The best part about it is they're doing a beta for it, unlike what PlayStation Now did. PlayStation Now did kind of like a beta with 5 titles, and you had to sign up for it. But if you're a part of the Xbox Preview program, you get to try it out today with 20 arcade titles.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, I heard it was 20.
Yeah, we don't know what they are. We haven't gotten any confirmation, but you still get to try it out today. It's supposed to launch sometime in April, and it's pretty fantastic.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's a smart move. It's such a smart move because, you get the community buzzed about it now. The hype is definitely, up there. It's a great service for especially, a lot of people who... with the whole tax return season just still in full swing.
Yeah.
A bunch of people buying Xbox Ones and PS4s. It's a great way to kind of, gear a lot more people toward Xbox. And you think about it this way, you're paying $60 for Xbox Live. For $10 more, you just get 100 free games, essentially. You know what I mean? So, yeah, it's a great way to look at it that way. Plus, a bunch of people get to try it out right now, which is really cool. The only thing I'm wondering, too... because I know we both read up on it, but I couldn't tell the detail on it. With this kind of demo trial, are people paying for it now by demoing it?
It wasn't clear. Yeah, it wasn't clear. I would assume that there will be some kind of fee for it. I don't know if it'll be the actual $10 or if they're just going to give anybody in the preview program that access.
A trial, yeah.
And see, how it goes.
Yeah.
But I'm excited.
Dude, it's awesome. It's so great. We need more things like this.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And it's just the option. You know what I mean? I think that's the best part about this whole thing. Microsoft's not forcing anything. It's not because of this they're upping their live or anything like that.
Right.
It's just purely a rental service.
Yeah, it's
you know what I mean? Essentially.
Different. Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's cool is that, the best part about this is like they said that the way that it's going to work is in the same vein as the backwards compatibility. So the amount of games that we get a month backwards compatible are going to be along the same lines as the same amount of games that we get added to this program.
Yeah.
Which is going to be fantastic. If we get 100 titles at start, I can't wait.
That's what I'm saying. No, it's going to be cool. I'm very excited. Yeah, I mean, closer. I'll definitely be a lot more super hyped about it closer to when it comes out. And I mean, we saw quite a few games already, list wise. But yeah, no, I would like to see an actual full list. You know what I mean, of the 100 titles. But no, yeah, like I said before, I think it's just good. It's just good options. You know what I mean? Like even PlayStation, just like you said before. I mean, they're kind of dying out with their video rental service, and they kind of have like their cable option too and stuff like that. But yeah, I think Xbox, for being that all-in-one entertainment system like it's supposed to be, I think they just need to come out with more options, and this is definitely a step in the right direction. I just hope that they take this idea and keep running with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't care what they even go with on their next step. Just the fact that I want them to keep trying.
Yeah, just don't let it die out.
Exactly.
Keep supporting it. Make it a thing that people will want the Xbox for.
Yeah, no, 100%. Like, that's... And I've brought it up on, 15 podcasts now already. But, that's my whole thing. I just want games and stuff to keep... Games, consoles, whatever. Just when you come out with these products and stuff like that, I just want frequent care of them. You know what I mean? I get if a game comes out and, you want to make a sequel or something. Obviously, you stop making out content for that because you're making a sequel. I get that.
Yeah.
And even, with Xbox, I mean, we have the Scorpio coming out this year at some point, which we don't, we haven't heard anything other detail about.
We'll get to that in a couple minutes.
Yeah, I was just going to say. But, I mean, just purely off the fact of, for that, there's advancements. And that's my whole thing. I just want to keep... just for the gaming side of stuff. I mean, of course, there's every other form of media, but with games in particular, I just I want to see more progress.
Yeah, I want to see it grow.
Yes, and actually grow, not just move sideways in new fancy things. You know
or
what I mean?
Do things that continually fail.
Yes, exactly. There has to be movements forward.
PlayStation Now.
And I'll be honest.
A failure.
Yeah, well, and I'll say this. I don't see anything bad with this.
No, yeah, me neither.
You know what I mean? I'll be honest, too. I don't see every person, I mean, I'll probably say, this is just personal opinion, I maybe see 1 in every 10 to 20 people pick this up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because a lot of us who have had an Xbox, I mean, we've had Xbox since day one.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? And every game that's probably on there we've probably already played.
Yeah.
And if we didn't, we can always, it probably at one point was free on gold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's probably a game we already have.
It's going to be that collection of games.
Yes, exactly. So yeah, for us, at least for right now, I'm just kind of okay with it. But especially, too, I mean, depending on the list of 360 games, that might actually, ironically enough, might lead me back.
But, I mean, it'll be interesting to see what this full list of 100 titles day one is going to be. That'll be what entices me the most.
Yeah.
That'll
100%.
be my deciding factor.
100%.
But while we're on the Xbox train, yesterday we got the official announcement of Middle-earth: Shadow of War.
Yes.
Which is the sequel to Shadow of Mordor. The trailer was very intense.
Dude, there's so much to pick apart from it. I mean, so obviously the main character now has made a ring to, counter everything.
And him and the spiritual guy, I can never say his name.
I never pronounce it right. Yes. Cerebro. Cerebellum. Cerebellum.
They have split apart.
Yes.
So he's on his own.
But has the ring.
Yes, but has the ring, which we don't exactly know what it does.
No, we also don't know which ring.
Right.
Because that's the thing too. Is it one of the rings that ties in, or is it...
It's a brand new ring.
Yeah, because, well, from what it seems like, from at least the, surface level lore that I understand of Lord of the Rings, it seems like already that it seems like a totally new ring.
Yes.
Just because Middle Earth is already set up way into, having the rings already set up in locations and separated.
Right.
So, like I said, from what it looks like a brand new one. But then at the same time, then what does that mean? What powers does that grant? I think that's cool. I think that's a good mystery thing because, personally, what I would like to see, if we're talking about cool stuff that hypothetical, as we do, one thing I think would be cool is if you could actually choose. So say you had kind of like how Borderlands or something like that does, where it's 3 different skill trees, and you could kind of essentially mold the ring into how you want to play.
Okay.
So benefit cool. It, kind of like how Frodo did, where it's invisible.
Yeah.
And you can enhance invisibility time or something like that. Or like a ring of power where, it grants you more strength benefits and stuff like that.
More health or something like
exactly,
that. Yeah,
yeah.
So,
that's cool. I would like to see that. I think they even did have a very skill tree-esque type thing in the first one.
Yes.
So I could definitely see them do that again for the second one. But yeah, dude, holy fuck. The fucking trailer's insane.
Yeah, there's so much cinematics.
First of all, the cinematic trailer is gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then the whole other question, or at least the big question I have with it is what the fuck is that Balrog? Because it's not the Balrog.
No,
it's definitely not the major Balrog. So I guess Balrogs, there's more than one.
Yeah.
Or maybe it's a mini Balrog. I'm very confused.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was the only part of the trailer where looking at it confused me a bit.
It's enticing though.
Yeah, because it seemed like he teleported.
Yeah.
And then Balrog showed up. So I'm like, is he summoning a Balrog? Is it
Did he become a Balrog?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, because he's more armorized, or at least is. Yeah.
That's what it seems like.
Yes, but yet again, there's a lot of questions. Closer, even if we see another trailer, I think we'll definitely get a lot of answers, though. Yeah. I don't think that's going to be a game that is left too much in mystery.
No,
because even based off how the first one ended, pretty much they were just like, nope, we're going for the main guy now. That is exactly what we're doing. So,
and with the trailer too, the other thing that really stuck out to me was the other people that we saw, the other humans that we saw in the trailer.
Yeah.
Their faces were so incredibly detailed.
Yeah.
And there were parts where I was looking at it and was just like, this actually looks real.
Yeah.
It legitimately looked like a movie. But then the thing
is too, and then that's what I'm always worried about though, because it's how many times, and this is a whole gripe I have with trailers, and there's nothing against this one honestly, but it's just when we see a bunch of cinematic heavy trailers, and it's awesome, I'm all for it, but it's at the same time, it's just how do you show the difference then between how awesome that trailer is and how the game looks?
Yeah.
Because it's going to look different. There's no way that people are going to look nearly as detailed as in that trailer.
No.
You know what I mean?
Now, some games are an exception. Battlefield's an exception.
Absolutely.
Battlefield, the cinematic trailers look exactly like
the way the game is set up. Yeah.
Uncharted, The Last of Us, they're the same thing. Mm-hmm. So maybe this game will pull through and do that.
I hope so.
Especially because of what was announced for the game. Phil Spencer took to Twitter and said that Shadow of War will be available August 22nd, 2017 for Xbox One, Windows 10, and Project Scorpio.
Mic drop. Boom. Done.
Which now begs questions.
Yeah.
Is
it going to be ready by then?
Well, are we getting the Scorpio in August?
Yep.
Is this going to be a patch type thing like games are getting for PS4 Pro?
That's what I think, if you want my opinion. I think if they're announcing something like this, I personally see it closer to the holiday. I see it dropping September, November, or it's October.
However, the S did come out in August.
It did. That's very true. So they could even do August as well. But anyway, I see quarter 4, maybe near end of quarter 3. Yeah. I see them just definitely doing that, and then that being one of the first games to flip over and be so this is ready day one to be set up with whatever.
Yeah, and it's the first confirmed title to have any support for the Scorpio.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's the first thing we're actually hearing about the Scorpio on solid paper, besides the fact that, like, it's a thing happening. Like, it's like, nope, here are games that are tangible with it. So,
now, the other thing, too, is, as far as my knowledge goes, this is the first non-Microsoft game that will also be Xbox Play Anywhere.
Yes.
So if you
I'm checking my internal memory bank, and I'm going to say yes.
If you
For now,
yeah. If you download this digitally on Xbox One, you will be able to pick up and play the game right then and there on Windows 10.
Yep.
Which hopefully will, depending on what the Scorpio is like, will also go with that.
Oh, I would imagine it's a very subtle thing that they're trying to push.
Yeah.
Gears 4 is the major one. That's the one I remember that they promoted the hell out of. So, like, I could see them try to promote that with more games.
That and Forza.
Oh,
Forza was the other big one.
Yep.
Recore was the first game to do it.
Yes.
Recore was the first Play Anywhere game.
Yes.
But that just, it didn't go very well.
Yeah. So I definitely see them pushing it more. The problem is it is just kind of a niche market at the end of the day. Because, I mean, a lot of people, because so many people console game so they don't have to PC game.
Right.
So it's you know, and then the people that usually are PC gaming aren't also playing it on console because they're intentionally playing it on PC with the full intent to play it in the highest graphic resolution and all that stuff. So
it was definitely a smart, like a cool thing.
Oh, it's let me say this. It is a fantastic it's a fantastic feature.
Yes.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm super
just
glad
may not be utilized that
exactly. Because like,
which, in all honesty, that's why they can afford to do that.
Oh, 100%. Well, it's also Microsoft.
Yeah.
They just looked at both and went, huh, let's just stick a cable between them and just, you know what I mean? Just link it together. So, no, it makes sense.
So, one more tiny tidbit of Microsoft info. You mentioned to me before we started this that Borderlands 2 is now backwards compatible.
Yes, there's a couple games. Borderlands is the major one.
Yes, so Borderlands 2, and I want to bring something up kind of with that.
Okay.
So we got Borderlands 2. Another big one that's backwards compatible is Assassin's Creed 2.
Yes.
Which, those are both very random games, right?
Yeah.
But here's...
major games.
Yes, but random as far as relating to each other.
Yeah.
Here's my issue with both of those being backwards compatible.
Oh, here we go.
They are both remastered on the Xbox One. We have the Assassin's Creed Ezio collection.
Yeah.
And we have the Handsome Jack collection. So I understand that there are people out there that, you know, might just have the Borderlands 2 disc lying around on 360 to play it on their one.
Myself included.
Yeah, me too. But why would you not just get it for Xbox One? If it's remastered, like I don't like. And
also too, I mean, the whole thing is it.
Speaking of Xbox, your Xbox just turned on. Did I turn that on?
Because you said it. Oh god, that was amazing. That was fantastic. God, I totally got lost on there.
Why would you not buy it on Xbox One?
Yeah, so I mean, here's the thing. I definitely would. I already did. I already have the Borderlands collection because it has both games plus all the DLC already.
Right.
And it came out it came out, what, 2 years ago now?
Yeah, just about.
Yeah, probably. I mean, at least a year.
Yeah.
That's not overshoot it.
I think it was like September of 2015 or August.
Yeah, maybe. That's what it's just. It's been a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I already replayed it again.
Right.
So I don't need to play it again, but I just think it's cool for the people that didn't get it. You know what I mean? To check it out now.
But like at this point, and this is my point. So right now, Borderlands 2, you can probably go and get this game for like $10 or $15.
Yeah.
20 maybe.
Yeah. Well, ironically enough, you know how it is. They probably fucking hyped up the cost.
Oh, yeah.
Because now it's backwards compatible. Fucking every place does that now.
Yeah, seriously. But you can probably get the Handsome collection for like $20 or $30.
Yeah.
Get all the DLC and the pre-sequel. And all the DLC.
Yeah.
On Xbox One.
Yep.
With new graphics.
Yeah.
What's the point?
I hear you.
Here's the thing. I don't get it. Like it like when the first Borderlands went backwards, I was like, oh man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Now I can play all three. Now Borderlands 2 went backwards, and I'm just like, cool.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, here's the thing. I agree with you wholeheartedly. I'll play devil's advocate for a minute. I could just easily see it though of like people just be like, well, I don't want to pay any more money, so I got my disc, so let's play it.
I mean,
And listen,
yeah,
I'm not even saying it's a
that.
valid fucking argument because like honestly, for me, well, yeah, you and me both. I would easily pay 15, you know what I mean, like snipe it on sale or something.
Yeah.
Get it for like $15, yeah, where it has both games plus all the DLC and all the extra shit. Like, yeah, it is way fucking easier.
Yeah.
I would absolutely do it that way. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I mean, at least at the end of the day, they're still working on the list.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying?
There's more
like,
titles.
At least they.
I'm just like,
you know.
now I'm just like waiting for like Grand Theft Auto 5 to go backwards compatible.
That would be fucking dumb.
Because but that's my point. Like I find this just as dumb.
I know.
Personally.
Well, yeah, no,
and
it makes sense.
Everybody,
it makes sense.
Please argue with me. Everybody listening.
No,
please,
it's
like
true.
rebuttal. Like
like I said.
Yeah.
No, I totally agree. Well, that was even the whole thing. I thought that was the intention of there was maybe 15 plus titles that they had no intention of making backwards compatible. Ergo, why they made these HD remakes or
like,
whatever.
Devil May Cry Definitive, Tomb Raider,
Darksiders 2 or something like
yeah.
that. Yeah.
Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin they put on then. That's not backwards compatible. The first one is, the second one's not.
Yeah. Well, and also that one's a whole different thing because Scholar of the First Sin they remapped the entire world.
Right.
Which is that was such a fucking mistake. Here, let me go off on that.
Yeah, go for
10 seconds. One thing I really didn't like about that at all, actually, was so what they did was they intentionally did the remapping for veteran players. They didn't say that. What they marketed it as was it's different. It's the same maps, enemy placement's totally different, so everyone can go in fresh, which is true to a point.
Okay.
Like, for people like me and stuff, they didn't move where the chest locations are. Mimics are still exactly the fucking same, so you knew exactly what to watch out for. But certain events, like a dragon that's supposed to jump up and attack you, would intentionally be like 10 seconds later to jump up and attack you. But what's actually funnier was Scar the First Sin was 1,000,000 times easier. And I'm not saying that because I played the game already. I'm saying that because they intentionally spawned less enemies, and certain areas where you would get jumped by 4 or 5 enemies only ended up maybe being an enemy or 2. Like, another really good example was there's this one room right near the end of the game where there's about 15 statue dudes holding spears.
Okay.
Now, when you walk close enough to any of them, they turn alive and then go aggro on you. And then the whole thing is, when you kill them, their souls either go into a locked door or these golems that are at the end of the room. And then if you enchant the golems with the souls by killing them intentionally near them, the golems either turn a lever to open the door you actually need to go through, or you can kill them near the other doors, and then they'll open up, so you could open up like chests or a secret room or something like that. So it's really cool, and you figure that out on the go immediately, and it's like, oh, holy fuck, like, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And it's a really tough puzzle, because you'll die like 15 times, because you need to get, the first dude you walk past, you need to lead him to another door to get a golem, but then there's 2 more guards and you're there. So then you end up fighting 3 people. And it's also a Dark Souls fight. So you're not just standing in the same spot. You're walking around, so you're going to pull even more enemies. So usually by the end of it, you end up pulling, especially your first time even knowing what you're doing, you're pulling in like 6 to 8 enemies. That's a really tough room.
Yeah, definitely.
This is just one isolated example.
Right,
but here's
sure.
what pissed me off. So, in Scholar of the First Sin, you walk into the room, and it's empty. And you go, oh, fuck. I'm going to get ambushed. That's your immediate thought. Like, I've played every Souls game ever. You go, I'm going to get ambushed. So you fucking walk in, nothing. And the funnier part is, in that room, because in Dark Souls you can't jump. So, right when you walk in, there's a ledge down. So you can't back up. Okay. So in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, it's definitely an ambush. Like, I'm going to get into an ambush. Has to be an ambush. Walking around the room.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Wow.
The doors are still there. So I'm like, okay, what do I have to kill to open the doors? The doors don't open now. So
what?
The only chest, so ironically enough, I should back up what I said. They did move a couple chests, but only to make the game easier. They didn't put them in harder locations. If anything, they more put them out in front of you. So here's what happened. The 6 doors that are in that room are just walls now that you can't open. The
That's
golems, still there. You just can't kill enemies toward them and they don't turn. The only thing they made different was, now there's only one door that you just physically open. And the way they got you, quote-unquote, haha funny this time was, there's a ghost that comes out from the door with a sword and hits you. Now, this enemy is, like, super fucking easy by that point in the game. So you just, it's more of, like, a little quick jump thing of, like, oh, fuck. But you're not going to die from him. You just hit him, like, twice. And then he's dead. So that bothered me so much because that was, I just explained, such an intricate, awesome puzzle that had layers. There was tactician in it. You could go multiple routes. It was so fucking cool. And what did Scar of the First Sin do? Took away every part of the struggle and then just gave you, like, a quick, like, tomfoolery. Yeah. Like, I literally call it, like, Dark Souls Punked Edition. Like, you just feel like you're being pranked the entire time. In my opinion, it more feels like a mod someone made than an actual game that developers went into. So, you know, that's just a dumb thing that I hate about it. It's one of the biggest, and I play, and, you know, I went through that game twice. I even went through on New Game Plus because my whole thought was, oh, maybe then it gets really hard on New Game Plus. Nope. Same fucking shit. You know, New Game Plus in Dark Souls 2, though, I will say just in general, has the best New Game Plus in my opinion, just because they add totally new enemies, and same thing, they remap where everyone is at. So it really does change the dynamic significantly. But yeah, it was shitty. It was just shitty. And I there's not a single person I've talked to that hasn't played it, or especially people that are looking into it. I just give them a forewarning of, like, this is not good. Like, it, honestly, like, as long as you play Dark Souls...
You're not the first person to tell me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you have the option to play Dark Souls 2, if you want my opinion, if you're new to the series, play Scar of the First Sin. That is important. They do add the whole Scar of the First Sin character. They add 2 characters into the storyline that do affect how the story goes. There's actually extra boss fights for it. They're not that tough, but they do add story, which is very important for a series that is very vague on story. But I would say any veteran player, just play 2. And you've probably already played already, so this advice means nothing. But, but I just want to rant about it for a little bit, because it's so rare that we brought that up, and I was just like, fucking A.
Yeah, it's good when we go off these little
Yes.
So, but other announcements. Nintendo did a little live stream today for their Nindies.
Yes.
Which are Nintendo indie titles.
Yes.
Wasn't too big. I mean, they announced pretty many titles.
Well,
but
it's most of the stuff we knew.
Right.
I mean, like, it was, like, Ukulele and stuff, and, like, Overcooked. Like, those I was like, oh, cool. I didn't, like, 100% know.
Right.
So it's good to know those. You had a couple lists.
Yeah,
right?
Shovel Knight, Portal Knights, The Escapist 2, Runner 3... Stardew Valley is getting multiplayer on the Switch.
Interesting.
Yeah, because I'm not sure if anybody really asked for it, but it's there.
It's there.
It's not, I guess, not going to be on other platforms. Just multiplayer on the Switch is what it seems like.
No, if you want my opinion, I think they're going to do multiplayer on multiple. Because it's, because they've already been promoting Stardew Valley on, like, Xbox.
Right.
So the whole thing is, I think they'll add it. I think they'll add it for multiple systems. I just don't know if they'll do it the same day as the Switch.
Right.
Maybe they'll do it later. Because on another, like, Switch good example, well, not Switch, but Nintendo, like Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight only got multiplayer for 3DS with the Amiibo support. Right. And technically with the Wii U as well. So it got multiplayer support. Which was cool, but yet again, it's like it's not something people were like,
give me multiplayer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Now, going off on Shovel Knight though for 10 seconds, I am so excited for Spectre Knight DLC.
Oh yes,
I am so excited. I loved the Plague Knight DLC.
Oh yeah,
I thought that was so good.
No, the Shovel Knight, Shovel Knight for Switch does include that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that is the complete full game. So the thing is and what is so cool about Yacht Club Games is they put out the whole Spectre Knight DLC for free.
Yes.
So if you buy, even right now, if you buy Shovel Knight at any point, Spectre Knight entire playthrough, which adds, by the way, like, obviously now you play Plague Knight, duh. But even the movement of the character is totally different.
Yeah.
The way bosses are like some of the bosses have actually different moves, and because you move and attack so differently, you have to completely go about different strategies for bosses and map layouts.
Yes.
Which is really cool. So I'm very interested. And another like rando thing about it too was Plague Knight actually added quite a bit of background story for Shovel Knight's whole campaign. So I can't wait to fucking see what they do with Plague Knight or Spectre Knight.
Yeah. So many knights.
Yeah, all the knights. But yeah, I hope they keep doing more. I really want them to keep doing more. Spectre Knight's by far, I think they did it based off a vote for this one.
Yes.
For who the next one wanted to be. Which was such a good call, too, because his moveset's so cool. I hope they have him actually use a scythe. That's the only thing I'm nervous about. I don't know how his movements and stuff are going to be yet. But I know they're going to do it unique and different and fucking rad. I'm so, like, I just want to shout that out because I'm so fucking excited for that. I think it's so cool.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. Shovel Knight's great, which is why I was really, disappointed they didn't put him in Smash Bros. Mm-hmm. Which, it's not too late.
Yeah,
we can get him in the next one.
We can. Well, if there's a next one.
The port or whatever.
Yeah,
well,
whatever.
I mean, they were like, yeah, you can play online on your Nintendo Switch with Smash Bros. So it's like definitely happening. We just don't know if it's a port or a new game. So hopefully...
My opinion is probably going to be a port.
Yeah. I want more characters.
It's going to be, what they might do is they might do, like how they're doing with Mario Kart.
Like a complete edition.
Like Port Deluxe.
Yeah.
Where it's like, here's everything you have already, plus Shovel Knight, or ukulele, or somebody, or like somebody like that.
Don't do that, because now my hopes are going to be up. I'm going to, no, stop.
Now you need it, yeah. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be very cool.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, there was really only one other, like, game announcement, which was completely out of left field. Ubisoft and Maximum Games are doing an Avatar game.
Yeah.
Like, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They're just like, hey.
What the hell?
Like, Avatar 2 is going to start, like, production and all this.
That's...
Disney's getting the theme park.
Well, let's talk about that.
We're doing a game.
Yeah, we're here. Let's talk about that. The movie's way more important.
Oh, yeah.
Avatar 2 is actually a thing now.
And 3, 4, and 5. They're all like a thing.
They're all a thing gonna be, by the time we're dead.
Yeah, production and filming is gonna just be right back to back for all of them.
Yeah, and
they're just gonna come out like every year.
So moral of the story, it'll be like how Kingdom Hearts is. Yes. Every 3 to 4 years, we'll see a movie.
Yeah.
And then by the time we're 40, it'll be over.
Maybe, and then they'll announce 6, 7, and 8.
Somebody else will pay. It's just like
I'm sorry. Here's a prequel trilogy, bitch. Like, okay, George Lucas, calm down.
Here's how the people turned blue. Like, turns out they were from a different planet. Fucking get on, son. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I'm way more excited for the movie
than the game.
I don't think the game's.
We know nothing about it. Like, we know.
Oh, no.
We don't know what kind of game it is.
We don't know what type of movie it fucking is.
Yeah,
I don't even know what's going on with it.
Well, supposedly, 2 is going to be a very political movie.
Oh, really? Because the first one was so passive on, nature versus goddamn fucking progress.
Yeah.
Good lord.
Also, I mean, Disney's getting a theme park.
That'll be cool.
So, it'll be interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know if it'll be cool. I think it'll be interesting. It's not a Disney product. It's.
Oh, yeah. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah, it's just going to be in Disneyland.
We were just talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, Avatar Planet. Because Sora does, like in Lion King, Sora's doing the transformation. Sora becomes an avatar.
Oh.
What if he accidentally hooks his tail antenna thing into somebody? Kyrie comes with him.
Yes.
They have a tail connection, but then they have to censor it because children.
I don't.
Is that Avatar sex? Do they have sex that way? Is that
with
the
ponytails. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, I can't believe they showed that then. Is it because I guess it's like a nature documentary? It's like okay to show. That's like fucked up though. I'm just like thinking about this right now. I haven't even had this moment yet.
Yeah.
I'm having this like epiphany. Kids shouldn't watch that. How do the kids interpret that? No, they're just hugging with their tails, Timmy. Like what?
They're kissing. I don't
know. They're kissing. Motherfucker, they have mouths.
Nah. Who needs mouths?
when you have weird tail sex organs.
Yeah.
And by the way, they both have the same sex organ.
Yes. Yes, they do.
So it's not like there's not like a female one.
Right. Yeah.
So that's neat.
Yeah. I mean, here's my honest
I just thought
opinion.
about that.
I am so over Avatar. Like,
I mean, by the way, I watched Avatar twice.
yeah.
And my whole thing was like, first of all, it was like the amount of effort that it took to make this movie was outstanding.
Oh, absolutely.
So let me start there.
Yes.
Like, absolutely, I was like,
you've got to give it credit
holy
where it's due.
absolute fuck.
Yes.
The amount of like even scenery and in depth that they went into the entire world was fucking awesome. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I watched it twice and was like, cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good film.
Yeah.
But it's Pocahontas with aliens.
It very much is.
And it's just, woo, neat. Like,
yeah, I wanted to.
They replaced the Pocahontas world in Kingdom Hearts 3 with Avatar.
With Avatar. Oh, no, that's not cool. Avatar versus Pocahontas?
What?
I don't know. It's Kingdom Hearts 3. They can do whatever they want.
This is true.
Motherfucker,
Wait,
they already had a Keyblade war. Let's have a Disney war.
Let's talk
I
about
want
Kingdom
Donald
Hearts 3
Duck
for
beating
a
the shit
second.
out of Mickey. All right, no, sorry. Continue.
I want to see a Fox and the Hound world.
No, it'll be too
Yes.
depressing.
No.
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 We'll have to drive away in the car and see the fox leave. I can't do it. I can't do it. No, if we're going to have any, you have Robin Hood.
Yes. Yeah, we do need Robin Hood.
Robin Hood would be sick.
We do need Robin
Robin Hood would be fucking awesome. Fox and the Hound, I think, would be if you did like a chapter thing like Winnie the Pooh with mini games.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Or could we get like just like them as summons? Be pretty cool.
Yeah. I feel like it'd be weird for them fighting though. But I mean, at the same time, Chicken Little fucking is a goddamn summon.
Well, yeah, and
so.
Bambi brings you health. So
I forgot about Bambi. I forgot
if
about
we can have
Bambi.
Bambi as a summon, we can have the damn Fox and the Hound.
Goddamn Bambi. I love how salty again about it too. Like, fuck you, this is what I want. I'm getting my Fox and the Hound, damn
I
it.
want Fox and the Hound. I want Fox and the Hound.
Listen, first of all, Fox and the Hound's one of like my favorite Disney movies.
Me too.
Yeah,
Same.
Yeah.
And I want Oliver and Company.
Oliver and Company, the Aristocats.
Yes. And I want Atlantis.
Yes.
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 I want Atlantis.
They should.
They need to do Atlantis.
I'm getting brain dead here. Did Disney do Lost Planet?
No, they did Treasure Planet.
Thank you.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I'm doing video games. I meant Treasure
Yes.
Planet. That's exactly what I meant. Lost Planet.
Yes,
Jesus.
they did Treasure Planet.
They
I would
did
like
do
to see
Treasure Planet.
as
Treasure
well.
Planet would be really cool.
Yeah.
That's like you literally just take Peter Pan and then already do it in space where most of the game's taking place already.
Yeah.
We're going between worlds and shit. Just
Yeah.
I don't know why they haven't done that. That'd be so fucking easy.
And we can get the ship as the gummy ship.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't know
great.
why they haven't done that.
Or that'd be okay. Complete like random Kingdom Hearts tangent for a second. Can we please get Stitch's spaceship as the gummy ship?
Yeah, well, I want them to do more. I want them to do more stuff like that because they even had one of the secret ones in 2. I can't remember if it's in 1. I want to say it's in 1, but I know for a fact it's in 2. Is the Chocobo? You can get Chocobo as a gummy ship. Now it's all pixelated and stuff,
right.
but I don't know why they don't do more like that, like a Stitch, like
or like
icon thing. Or something.
Can they do like a small nod to Agents of Shield and we can get Lola, the flying car, please?
That's a bit of a stretch.
You hear that, Square Enix? You hear that, Disney?
That's a bit of a stretch.
No, that's not a stretch. I want my Lola.
That's a little bit of a stretch. Listen, it's good enough that we're getting the Avengers planet.
Maybe.
We're getting the Avengers planet.
I'm kind of banking on it being Guardians.
No, Avengers.
We'll find out.
All right, we'll find
out.
Avengers.
I also personally think it's going to be Spider-Man and you have to find comics. Like you do the pages. That's what I've constantly thought since day one. That you would have to find comic book pages like you did for Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
And you build a comic book and you go into it and you're all like 2D drawn and you go between the panels and that's been my thought since day one.
That would be fucking cool.
I applied for, lead design.
Yeah, that is pretty rad. That's a better idea.
That's personally what I think is going to happen.
That's fine. All right, Jeremy wins this round.
Yeah. I won. I'm victorious. Challenge me.
You heard it here, folks. You heard it here first.
All right, so
what else
announcements.
On the agenda?
That was all the announcements.
Yep.
A bunch of stuff came out.
So games. So we were talking about Horzion Zero Dawn.
Yes.
Let's obviously get that out of the way.
Yes. So there is an article that I read on Horzion Zero Dawn.
Well, let me say this by the way too. So me and Jeremy have not gotten a chance to play it yet.
No, I did watch a whole bunch of videos on it last
I was
night,
just gonna say same. I also have it on my shelf, and I'm just like literally waiting to pop it in between doing post game for at least me PS4 wise, still doing post game on Tales, and just really finally getting a genuine play of Berserk, which I'll talk about in a minute. I just have not had a second to breathe.
Well, from what I've seen, I mean, Horizon is absolutely fantastic. It is a giant open world adventure. It plays great. It looks great. It's something that I definitely want to sit down and play.
Oh, yeah. We're going to take time for it. Well, we also said, too, we saw the reviews last week.
Reviews,
and they were,
88% on
Yeah,
Metacritic.
And based off even the gameplay, at least for what I've seen, it definitely meets that. You know what I mean? You can definitely
absolutely.
tell. Yeah.
I'm actually going to look up real quick and see if the Horzion Zero Dawn reviews have changed on Metacritic. Oops, still 88%.
Okay.
So 9.3 on IGN, 9 out of 10 on trusted reviews, so 88% on Metacritic. So yeah, so it's still doing fairly well at the top of its list.
Oh yeah, no, I would definitely say so, dude. For a new IP,
it's doing fantastic.
It's fucking killing it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Good for them.
But this article, so this article is very interesting.
Okay.
I'm gonna read it verbatim.
Go for it. Well, first, where's it from?
It's from Game Rant.
Okay.
But it's cited from other sites like Eurogamer and PlayStation Magazine and stuff like that.
Okay.
So there's a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yeah. Just read it. Go. So, I have not seen this, by the way, so go for it.
So Horizon Zero Dawn has been touted as one of the technical showcases for the PlayStation 4 Pro. But the game's latest patch enabling different modes of play on the PS4 Pro doesn't do what most were expecting. Horizon Zero Dawn developer Guerrilla Games promised a day one patch that would include the ability to enable a performance mode that would favor smoother frame rates.
Okay.
While the patch does do that, it does it in a way that is very unexpected. To explain, most games on the PS4 Pro have a mode that directs the power of the console to frame rate over resolution. However, games like Tomb Raider and Infamous do that by completely unlocking the frame rate, leading to a faster, albeit sometimes less smooth experience. Instead of this method, which most gamers expected Guerrilla Games to do, the performance mode actually locks the frame rate at 30 frames per second rather than unfettering it to target a smoother presentation of the game. So what this is saying is instead of the game going from 60 frames per second to 120 frames per second for cinematics to 30 frames per second for different things, the entire game gets locked at 30 frames per second so that it appears to be running smoother without the possibility of frame rate drops or increases at random times, which is smart, but now we have a game running at 30 frames per second.
Yeah, that is...
on the PlayStation 4 Pro. Which also good. It says that because of this,
I was just gonna say
it's gonna play in 1080.
So it's just better playing it in standard.
It's just better playing it on the standard PlayStation 4 because either way, or without the performance mode.
Without the performance
because without the performance mode, it does the upscale to 4K, and but then changes the frame rate. So there will be times where you're at 60 frames per second. But for example, in the article, it says that when you're riding on like the mechanical beasts, it drops to 30 frames per second if you're doing it that way. So by locking it 30 frames per second, there's no difference. So you can't tell.
But there's no goodness.
Right.
What the fuck?
So we have the PlayStation 4 Pro that has a patch for its leading game to run at 30 frames per second in 1080p.
Well, we've talked about this before, but I don't think we've talked about this on a podcast.
No, we haven't.
I mean, I just do not like, first of all, and I'm not trying to do full PS hate, but give us 10 minutes here for a window.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This entire Pro pitch has been awful from the get-go.
Well, before we even get into it, let's clarify to everybody listening what the PlayStation 4 Pro does. Because there are so many people that think this is a 4K gaming machine.
Jesus Christ.
This is not a 4K gaming machine.
No, it is not.
The PlayStation 3 displayed in 1080p.
Yep.
The PlayStation 4 plays in 1080p.
Bingo.
The PlayStation 4 Pro displays in 4K. It does not play in 4K.
Correct.
These games aren't made in 4K, hence why there are patches.
Yes.
The game does not come out for a separate system on a 4K Blu-ray.
Yeah.
Because the PlayStation 4 Pro doesn't play 4K,
4K Blu-rays.
It plays regular Blu-rays. So a lot of people need to, and even some gaming like companies, like Game Rant is definitely a culprit of it, where they say that the game's not playing in true 4K potential.
Well, yeah,
well,
none
of
of
course
them are.
not.
Yeah, none of them
Nothing
are.
is 4K on this
Yeah,
system
that's what I'm
yet.
saying. It bothers me so much because it's like, and don't get me wrong, I'm a dude who's pretty picky on graphics and frame rates. Like if there's a clear frame rate drop, I'll notice it and definitely make note of it. But it just bothers me because it's like, they just keep talking about this. I keep hearing this from everybody, and it's like, oh, it's not in 4K. It's like, first of all, I don't even have a 4K TV. I have a 1080p because that's what I know it's going to fucking output at.
Right.
I mean, technically, on a TV scale, mine can output at like 2800.
Yes.
If I upscale it.
Right. Which also HDR helps.
Yes.
Which a lot of the upscaling on the PlayStation 4 Pro is done through HDR.
Yes.
Which the Xbox One S does as well. And a lot of people can argue, well, the Xbox One S plays 4K Blu-rays. It does, but the games aren't made in 4K.
No, yeah, they're not. Well, first of all, it's just awful marketing, and then we have games like Final Fantasy 15 when they first came out, and everyone's complaining of the frame rate drop and stuff. And like, first of all, I'm just even like you said, I mean, like, I'm just even ranting about the Pro here for a minute, but it's like, we just have games that come out and they're not Pro even compatible, and they say they are.
Right.
The frame rate drops too much. It's not,
And a lot has to do, too, with people not understanding that TVs have to have a specific refresh rate if they want to have a true 60 frames per second.
They have to have a certain power wattage.
Right.
The TV itself, or else it's not going to output at the right frame rate.
Right. And that's why, I mean, you and I, we were in a store earlier.
Yeah.
We saw a 4K TV for $500.
Yeah.
That TV is not an actual 4K.
No,
TV.
Of course not.
It will display in 4K.
At its highest potential.
Right.
But it's not a 4K. It's not a true 4K TV.
Right.
Like almost nothing on the market is. Not saying that they don't exist. They absolutely do.
You're not going to pay less than $1,000 for a true 4K TV.
And here's the other thing too. You know what? And here's why I'm not getting one, especially right now. You have the option to be able to get those, and that's really cool. But here's the thing. Nothing, almost, I don't want to be ignorant, almost nothing is in true 4K right now.
Right.
What the fuck is the point?
Right.
I'm not going to spend this much money and, honestly, in my opinion, waste it on almost nothing when later down the road they're going to come out with actual 4K shit, and because it's going to come out later, it's going to be cheaper.
Right.
That's how it is. Like, you know what I mean? That's just how it is.
We have, like, cameras that can do 4K video.
Yeah.
We have movies that are filmed in 4K that you can go to a movie theater and watch in 4K.
Yeah.
That stuff is not available yet for your house.
No, not for home entertainment systems.
Yeah, not yet.
It's just not there yet. And of course, like I said, I've talked to a lot of people who are super, graphics heavy, and like I said, I've seen a couple TVs that are capable of it.
Yes.
But the same thing is like it's like cool. Like I just saw your TV account output in true 4K. Awesome. What are you watching?
Yeah.
What are you watching in 4K? Honestly.
Are you streaming Netflix in 4K?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure your internet connection can definitely stream in 4K.
Handle that steadily. Yeah.
Go ahead. You pay that extra like $4 a month for that 4K that you're not watching.
Yeah, exactly. It's just absurd. I get to the point of like graphics need to always get better.
Yes.
But they are just, it is a blatant fucking ripoff right now.
Yeah.
Like for them to even be
talking.
It's
because people don't quite understand the difference.
Well, no. And it's a great number to just say it's better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like 1080. Yeah.
Plus
4 times that. 4K. It's like, it's so much better.
Yeah. And then there was like people that were talking about like, 8K TVs that are like, LG like did it like the consumer Consumer Electronics Show. They put out this 8K foldable TV. Like that's great, but just like prototype cars, there are prototype TVs.
Yeah.
These TVs are never hitting the market.
Well,
they're
especially
just a
not
thing.
right now.
Yeah. They're just there. They're concepts.
Yeah.
They're not.
Well, same thing too. It's like cool. And let's go. Humanity's amazing. We come out with this thing by the end of the year.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. So it comes out, and it outputs in true 8K.
Yeah.
Like, honest, like, it's true, and we eat our own words on that. Cool. What the fuck is outputting
in 8K? Yeah.
The systems can't handle it.
Do we even have technology for 8K yet?
That's what I'm saying. The systems can't handle it. Can even movies and shit function with that yet?
No, I don't
know.
No,
like, what camera can even capture, like, and are those cameras even going to be built to move? You know, especially out of the gate. Like, of course, later on.
Plus,
just like
after a certain point, the human eye can't tell the difference.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
that's what 1080 was supposed to be.
Right, and I think at one point I read that, like, the human eye can only see, like, 150 megapixels. And, like, after that, you can't tell the difference.
I know. I don't know the exact number, but I know it's definitely... More of the story, your eye can only perceive so much.
Right, so in 10 years...
What the fuck is the point?
In 10 years, when everybody's like, hey, 16K, you're like... Woohoo!
Yeah,
it's pointless.
At this point, just do holograms.
Yeah. Seriously.
That's in my opinion the next big step.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's gonna happen.
That was a tangent that was totally not scheduled.
No, fuck that noise. But it pissed me off. It's so stupid.
It does.
From someone who's quite the techie, it bothers the shit out of me that so many people are on that 4K hype. You know.
When it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, like a buddy of mine's like, oh, just go 4K TV, and I'm like, cool, but it's like. There's no honestly, there's no fucking point right now. You just waste your money on a 4K TV when nothing's fucking out. And yeah, I get the future investment spiel, but dude, by the time that quote-unquote future investment pays off, there's better TVs and probably consoles.
They're gonna TV is probably gonna die out.
Exactly. And it's just like, I'm just tired of... And especially, I'm tired of electronic companies fucking people over like that, because it's like, that's why... people don't trust electronics, because the electronic companies like that just throw a bunch of buzzwords and fuck you over with it.
People complained about the Xbox 360 and the Xbox One being too close together. It was 11 years apart. And people are out buying 4K TVs right now.
Yeah.
So what's the point?
It's like, what the
hell? There's literally nothing out there. Like, I know, I've had this conversation with a lot of people. They're like, oh, yeah, I want the PS4 Pro. It's like, okay, well, do you have a 4K TV at home?
Yeah.
It's like, no, but I'm going to get one. It's like, when?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, later. It's like okay, so you don't need to spend like $400 on this.
Why the fuck are you getting this now?
It's like, you already have a PlayStation 4, yeah? So what's the point?
Yeah, what is the point?
Like, if you have everything and you're ready to go and you want to do something with it, by all means, do it.
Well, and also, too, here's the thing, and this is just me going in on the Pro in particular, because, by the way, I own a PS4, and I love my PS4, my regular PS4, that's not a fucking Pro. But here's the other thing, too. I don't know who the fuck would want to get a Pro right now. Any fucking review you see for any game on the Pro is bad.
Yeah.
Every fucking review. And I'm sorry, like, you can argue with me with this in the comments. There's not a single game that I have seen that is 4K compatible, like, with the Pro, like, Pro accessible, should I say, that has not had frame rate fucking terrible issues.
Yeah.
Especially in its first month. Final Fantasy 15, I heard, just got updated to properly output in upscaled 4K.
Yep.
But it's like, dude, I already beat the game in fucking September.
Yeah.
I'm in February. I don't give a shit about the game anymore. Like, I'm not picking it up. I already did the Chocobo Festival. I'm over the shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, I don't get it, you know? And like Horizon Zero Dawn, like, I'm super hyped for the game. But I'm not going to be jerking off to 4K with it. That's not the point. That's not the point of the game. It's like somewhere...
Uncharted 4, like, got a patch in November for 4K.
And it's like, what the fuck?
Great. I beat that game 3 times.
Yeah, and it's like at that point, just give me the movie.
Yeah.
I'd rather see the Uncharted movie than see the fucking game upscaled anymore.
Which, fun fact, apparently the script is done for the Uncharted movie. And so it is it's done. Like, the script is done. It is a very R-rated film.
Really?
Yeah. The writer, I forget his name.
Oh, well, hold on. That totally makes sense. There's a lot of killing.
Yes.
In Uncharted.
But, like, they specifically made it out to be, like, a very R-rated film. So, where is it? Uncharted.
Somebody bones or something?
Screenplay.
Careful with Google.
Yes. Yeah, I know. I'm only gonna...
We gotta take the info with a grain of salt.
Yeah, only gonna click on actual...
proper things.
Fair websites.
Excuse me. Waiting for it to wait on bated breath.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
The fans are waiting, Jeremy.
I'm sorry.
The fans are waiting.
Joe Carnahan is the person that wrote it. Well, Neil Druckmann, who is from Naughty Dog, said that no one at Naughty Dog has read the script. No idea what the movie is about, let alone its tone. And then it says, I've heard I've heard is the Naughty Dog guys are really happy with it, but who knows, that could be like Donald Trump hearing something that may be not true at all. A recent quote from the writer of the Uncharted film is who said that.
Yeah.
We know nothing about the film. Wish he'd stop implying that he has our support. So yeah, either way, it's probably not anywhere near close to happening. But it has an R-rated script. So if it's the actual, thing, it could be pretty intense.
Yeah, but yeah, I think we gotta wait millions of years down the road for that to be.
We still need to get The Lost Legacy. The DLC, which I'm super, super excited for.
Yes.
No release date yet. Hopefully, it's supposed to be longer than the extra chapter in Last of Us. Left
Good. Yeah. I hope so. Well, and then that's the other thing too. I still want to hear Last of Us 2.
Yes. Yeah, we still need more news on that.
I need to know.
We'll find out at E3.
Yeah, I need to know what's going on. There's a whole. By the way, I'm gonna bring this up actually. Speaking of Last of Us 2, real quick. We're doing fucking a lot of rants today.
We are.
Yeah.
That's okay. There's a lot.
I got into an argument. I actually want to know your opinion on this.
Okay.
I was talking about this with a buddy of mine.
Forewarning, this could lead to an argument.
Yes. Well, like I said, I already got into an argument with him about it. We actually have a bet going on.
Okay.
So now whoever loses this bet is actually going to buy the winner a copy of Last of Us 2.
Wow.
That's how intense we are.
So is this bet my opinion?
No.
Okay.
No,
okay.
We're making the bet on when the game actually comes out, if this is true or not. Okay. So in the trailer.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Yeah. So in the trailer or teaser, whatever the fuck it is. So
the production announcement.
Yeah. Oh God.
Square Enix, that was big.
Good Lord. So with that whole thing, so Ellie's playing the guitar on the bed.
Yep.
She's clearly older.
Yep.
Joel comes in from the doorway.
Yep.
He's like, "Are you sure you want to do this?"
Yep.
He's like, "Yeah, fucking cut these bitches."
Yep.
Okay. I was arguing with a buddy of mine, and a lot of people on the internet think this. By the way, so this isn't just like an I don't want to make him seem ignorant either, because a lot of people do think this. This is where he got his opinion from. A lot of people think Joel's dead.
Okay.
And that he is like ghosting with Ellie the whole time, or it is just in like Ellie's imagination to like stay sane, to keep going.
Sure.
Now, here's where I don't want this bet to get confused.
Okay.
Now that is the bet. Now he bets that he is dead almost the entire game.
Okay.
My opinion is that might happen, like not the ghost thing, that
Right.
Joel might die.
Right.
I personally think Joel will die by the end of it.
Okay.
But-
so you think he's alive?
Yes.
Okay.
I think Joel's absolutely, especially in that trailer.
Okay.
I absolutely think Joel's alive.
Okay.
That's the debate.
Okay. So you want my opinion?
Yes.
I'm going to disagree with you.
Fuck! Really?
I 100% think he is dead.
You really think he's dead?
Do. And one reason being is because when he is walking through the house, he's looking at things. He's not touching anything. He never touches anything.
See, but I think this is just me personally. I think we were looking into this so much.
I also don't think he looks older.
Well, yeah, but you don't really see him. And then the other debate is how pristine his clothes are.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, come the fuck on. It's a teaser. Like, BioShock's first teaser, that part of the game didn't even happen.
It's true.
Elizabeth's not even dressed up in those clothes in the fucking game.
I personally think that Joel is dead. I think
right out of the gate?
Yes.
Okay.
I think that he is a figment of her imagination.
Mm-hmm.
And she is using him as basically her conscience.
Yeah, or also to like a companion, so she doesn't go like insane.
Well, she's alone in the world. She needs somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
She's not going to talk to herself.
Yeah.
So she just imagines that Joel is there.
Yeah.
And everything that she has done, she's done by herself.
The
other reason I think this is Joel walks into this house.
Yep.
Everybody's dead. You see bodies on the floor and shit, and she's all like fucked up playing the guitar.
Yeah.
He obviously wasn't there while it happened. She raided this camp. It doesn't look like he had any part of it.
Well, we don't know.
We don't know, but by the way that he's walking into the room and based off of movies and stories and stuff that I've seen, I personally think he is already dead. He is not alive in this game.
Bananas. I just think that's bananas.
And I think
here's why I want to say that. Here's just my opinion. I think if that's true,
Yep.
I think that is a fucking complete injustice to the character.
I disagree. Because I think they're going to make this game almost like a psychological thriller where we watch a character go through a mental breakdown while Joel still has character development through Ellie's imagination because she's becoming like schizophrenic.
So here's what I want to say. I see what you're saying, but I feel like if you're going to do that, then you got to do it like Sixth Sense.
Okay, I mean, I understand.
So the whole time they bait you into thinking he's alive.
When he's not.
But then they flip the script like right, and then you realize every moment he hasn't actually been there. Right. If they did that, that would be cool. Well, and then I would lose the bet.
Yeah.
And then that would be pretty fucking rad. But I'm just saying this. This is what I want. Let me just say what I think.
Sure.
So what I think is going to go down is Ellie is clearly now focused on... Well, I shouldn't say clearly, but this is just what I think. I think Ellie's going to go after the group that tried to do the work on her to cure the virus.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Because now she has that whole fucked up skew of it.
Right.
So I think she's now going to go after the entire group or anyone trying to pursue that goal.
Yep.
Knowing with quote-unquote bad intentions that, she doesn't know. I think throughout the events, near the end then, Joel is... Or maybe even at the midway point... Joel is going to die based off the events, and in his last words of it, Joel is going to confess what happened.
Okay. Yeah.
And tell her the truth, and then literally be like, I was so afraid, or tell her right before, and then Joel dies, and then they have a actual closure moment.
Sure.
I don't know, man, because I mean, and I'm not saying that they couldn't do that with the whole dead thing, and then she could figure it out after he's dead and then go to a grave or still talk to Ghost Joel and figure that out. They could go a lot of different ways. I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm not saying it's bad because that is good. I don't think...
You just have to remember, too, they said that they would only ever do a second part if they had a completely compelling story to do it with.
And but I think this is good still.
In an interview, they said that it's part 2.
Yeah.
Because this isn't a sequel.
No.
This is the second half of the game.
Well, it's a whole different mood.
Right.
Because they even said this whole one now is about hate.
Right.
That's the whole thing.
Which is why I think he's not there.
That's so weird.
I think his death and everything that's happened so far to Ellie is what's pushing her to the edge.
But then
and she's going insane.
But then here's the thing then. If they are going to do that, they got to kick his death off at the beginning of the game. That's my opinion.
Or do it.
Or do the whole flip the script thing.
Yeah. Which, I mean, but Naughty Dog is good for that. Because Naughty Dog's done that in other games. I mean, look at the first Uncharted, when everybody thinks Sully's dead. And you play through the whole game, and at the end, all of a sudden, Sully's not dead anymore. And then the fourth game, when Sam, his brother's not been dead, and you learn about everything in the past, and then he flips the fucking switch, and he's all of a sudden a bad guy, then he's a good guy, then he's a bad guy, and it goes back and forth. And it's... Naughty Dog is really good at plot twists, and I think that they can pull this off in the best way possible for it, and also execute it well with him not being alive. I don't think he's alive.
Ugh. I don't know. I really don't. Like I said, it's just a difference of opinion. I just think it would be. I think it would be such a jip. Like I said, I mean, it's not to say that the game wouldn't tell an amazing story.
Right.
I feel like that'd be such a fucking jip for Joel.
Well, remember the other thing too.
If that happens, you know what I mean?
When The Last of Us...
By the way, we might eat our own fucking words and Joel might not ever die. Yeah, Joel might be just in the game and be like, yep, Ellie might die.
Ellie might. Well,
they might really fuck the script up and go, Ellie's so full of hate she ends up going down a road and then fucking ending it, you know?
Yeah. When The Last of Us, the original game, was doing its press tour and everybody was talking and whatever, it's Ellie's story.
Yes. Oh, 100%.
The game is her story, not Joel's, unlike everybody's opinion.
Yes.
Which is another reason I don't think Joel's alive. Because this is her story. We're going to see her go through a mental breakdown and be alone. She's older. She's making adult decisions, and he's just not physically there, but mentally there because she has nobody.
Yeah, see, I feel like he's going to be older. And I feel like because Ellie now is like older but still young in general, I think Ellie now, because she's the one who's so much more fuel raged. And also, by the way, and this is just my defense for it, I don't think Joel went in and X'd out all those people, because now I feel like the mood is definitely going to switch. Because now I feel like Joel went in, especially with the first game, like he was on a mission. He had a lot of the anger. And Ellie was the, not naive, but Ellie was definitely the more innocent one, and then now flip the script to this.
Right.
I think they're going to switch. I think Joel is going to be a lot older. Joel doesn't want to murder these people because he secretly knows that they're doing everything right. But because of the one decision he made, and because of the sin he essentially really truly committed with Ellie by lying, you know what I mean? He's trying to atone for it, but doesn't know how, and he has to follow through with Ellie down like this path.
Right.
And that's going to ultimately, and like I said, in my opinion, I think it'll ultimately lead to his demise. And then, have that clarity moment. But then not have that not be the end of the game. Ellie still
absolutely.
Ellie be like, fuck you, and then, either not get closure and then wait till Last of Us 3, or, get closure.
I don't, by the way, opinion, I don't ever see a 3. I think
this is it.
This is it.
Okay.
100%.
Okay.
I don't think they'll ever do a 3. I think this is the end of the story.
Okay.
Because they weren't even going to do a second part, and they said that the only reason they're doing a second part is because the story was compelling enough that they wrote.
I was about to say, I feel like just for me, I feel like they need to do a second one based off that ending.
Right.
And they're doing it right. And let me say this.
And
let me say this though, they're also picking the perfect time.
Yes.
It's not right after, because I feel like that wouldn't be doing it well enough. No, it's ample time.
And it's a long enough time in between the games.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
It wasn't like, hey, here's Uncharted, and then 2 years later, hey, here's Uncharted 2.
No,
and then
yes, and
it's
Naughty Dog is taking this clearly very seriously. It is one of their ones nearest and dearest, and the game blew the fuck up.
Yeah.
It is still one of the best rated games ever. You know what I mean? That's why millions of people bought PlayStations for that game. What are you looking up?
There's maybe a recording issue.
Turns out we were talking about the bet. Turns out the podcast has been dead this entire time. And we've just... Oh, God. But,
That was kind of scary, though.
Yeah, I was a little nervous. I was But yeah, like I said, man. I mean, here's the thing. I'm going to play it and love it regardless. But it's just, like I said, we had a bet on it because I got into a very intense... And we're just having a conversation, but he is fucking sworn by the Bible up and down. And what's even funnier, see, why I made a bet with him, because you and me have this conversation, it's cool. We just have different opinions on it, and they're both cool. You know what I mean? Unless you think I'm a piece of shit, whatever, that's fine. But that's fine. No, so we have the different ideas, and that's cool. He is dead set on this, and any other idea for him is trash.
Oh, okay.
I was like, and I brought up my whole thing, and he was like, no, that's stupid. I was like, fuck you, dude.
No, I think your idea is cool.
Yeah, I was just like...
I just think I'm right.
Yeah, I was like, exactly. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting. But like I said, too, I could see, and this is why I want to clarify on the bet, she still might think he's a ghost, and that's, like I said, my whole thing is, I just don't think he's been dead the entire game. So let me just 100% clarify, though, the bet. Because I just want to make this clear. And obviously when the game comes out, by the way, I'm definitely going to fucking say who obviously won or lost. But we're going to have to do it later because I don't want to say it right out the gate because then it's going to spoil it for viewers.
Yes.
But just clarifying the bet itself is that Joel is dead the entire game.
Well, you can just say that you won the bet from episode 5. Nobody's going to go back and listen to
that is very true. That's very
2019.
True. That is very true. But what's it called? No, but just to clarify, though, on the bet, so, because we were talking about a lot of subjects of the game, but just to clarify exactly on what the bet is. The bet is if Joel is dead the entire game. That is the bet.
Yep.
My bet is that Joel is at least alive in some part of the game.
Now,
and then Ellie might be, and then Ellie might do that, and just like you said, and in between our ideas.
Yep.
Joel might die in the middle, tell Ellie, or not tell Ellie, and then go crazy. That might also happen too, but that's not what the bet is.
So let me ask you this.
Got it.
So what happens if Joel is dead the entire game?
Bingo.
But there is a flashback where he's alive.
No, I would still lose the bet.
Okay. All right. I'm just clarifying where you stand.
It's to establish, because it's to establish at the game's start point and end point throughout that set timeline.
Okay.
Joel is dead. If it's a flashback, because obviously if that does happen and then Joel is dead, I would be very pissed off if they didn't flash back to when he died at some point. That would piss me off.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's like, here's what I want to say. Because like I said, obviously I like my story better. But if they do where Joel's been dead the whole time, that I need to see when he dies. I don't care if they hit me with it right at the end. I don't care when. I need to see him die. I need to see Ellie see him die and how they react. I need that.
Yes. Agreed.
That has to happen.
Agreed.
That would be such a fucking injustice if they go like, yep, he died. He's been dead.
There's another.
And then Ellie's just like, bah. Like, no. I need to see that scene. But like I said, listen, I could lose the bet and then, I'm out $60, but yeah. I have a firm belief on it.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
I have a firm belief on my side, and I'm not part of the bet. Now I want to find somebody to make this bet with, because I know I'll get the game for free. But, okay, so we didn't plan to talk about The Last of Us at all.
We didn't plan on the podcast almost getting fucked up, but a lot
that's
just
true,
happened.
That being said, though, we were talking about Naughty Dog, which Naughty Dog is Crash Bandicoot, which leads into something that we kind of talked about on the last podcast.
Okay.
Where Crash was coming out.
Yes.
But then the day after we released the podcast, there was that tweet that said, let's clarify.
Fuck, we were talking about this.
Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy, is coming to PS4 and PS4 Pro first.
Yes,
Keyword first. Meaning it's going to be released elsewhere at a different time.
So hopefully...
Hypothetically, Xbox and Switch.
Yes.
More so Xbox. But, like, if I can get achievements for Crash Bandicoot...
Yeah, that's it.
I'm going to do it.
That's it.
Like, I don't care if I have to play the whole thing twice. Play it on PlayStation and on Xbox. Yeah. But...
It's worth it.
Because it's not Naughty Dog. It's Activision this time doing it.
That's a loophole.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fucking rad, dude.
Just like Spyro is... or not Spyro. Crash is available on Skylanders on Xbox.
Yep.
So... what?
Because they had this PlayStation exclusivity.
Yeah.
But then... not exclusivity. Timed exclusive.
Yeah. Well, they had the bundle exclusivity.
Yes.
So the character was in the bundle, and then 2 months later, they put him out as a figure. So if we can get that with the Insane Trilogy, and I get it on Xbox, my whole world's going to be complete for 2017. It's going to be great.
Yeah, I think that's... Yeah. But going back to actual games that came out.
Yes.
So yeah, Horzion Zero Dawn.
Yep.
What else came out?
Berserk.
Well, yes. Well, Berserk came out last week, but here, what other games? I at least want to bring them up. I feel if it's an injustice if we don't.
Story of Seasons, Trio of Towns, that came out for 3DS.
Which, for anybody that doesn't know, is the actual original creators of Harvest Moon.
Yes.
I just want to bring that up, because there's still a lot of Harvest Moon people that buy like the latest Harvest Moon games. That's cool, because it's a totally different company. The actual original makers of Harvest Moon are making this.
Yes.
So,
and it's pretty great. It gets pretty good reviews.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they get great reviews.
And I know a lot
this time, if you pre-ordered, you got a stuffed capybara, which is the fucking greatest goddamn animal of all time. Goddamn capybara. What a great animal. I just broke Jeremy, by the way, for everyone listening at home.
Your face when you made that.
Because, dude, hold on.
First
of all, do you know where I'm quoting that from? From the Johnny Bravo episode.
Yes.
Capybara. It's the best. It's the best. Oh my god.
So anyways, so that came out.
Oh, shit.
Torment Tides of Numenera came out.
Don't know a fucking thing about it. We're not going to know shit about it. Let's just break the fourth wall here. We don't know dick about it. It's a game, and we're never going to fucking play it.
Let me ask you this. Do we not know fuck, shit, or dick about it?
But all. Yes. Okay. The answer is yes. The answer is yes.
Okay. All right. Walking Dead Season 3 physically came out today.
Yes. Not all the episodes are out.
Right.
If I'm not mistaken, episode 3 or 4 just came out. I want to say 3.
I want to say 3.
I want to say 3.
But
yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to play it yet. I always wait until they all come out. And
Same.
But I played season 1 and 2, and I loved it.
Fancy tidbit about this is this was the first Walking Dead Telltale game to not be released on 360 and PS3. It was intended, but got canceled.
Yeah.
So now that we're not getting Telltale games on the 360 and PS3, I think it's time to move on.
Yeah,
I think we can forget NBA and Madden, we can just move right
finally.
along and fuck those old consoles.
I'm getting tired of it, dude.
Yeah, me too.
Like, don't get me wrong, I get it to a point, but it's like, you just gotta cut the cord.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a point. You know what I mean? People are getting pissed, but it's like, dude, we're in the 3rd year.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking move on.
So those all came out today. We had 2 updates for mobile games come out.
Oh,
today.
yeah. So let me go on this.
Yeah,
this
go
is,
on your,
yeah,
go on your
I brought this up to Jeremy. So Fire Emblem did get a new update. They took away the update that I mentioned last week. No, the week before. One of the podcasts.
Yeah.
Anyway. So the experience boost is gone. Sad face. They took away all the summonable heroes that were new. And now they have 6, which last time they only had 4. So you actually have 6 brand new summonable heroes from 4 different Fire Emblem games.
Okay.
I'm not going to list all of them because, let's be real, nobody really gives a shit about, especially the older ones. One that is very important is they added 2 characters from Radiant Dawn.
Ooh.
Which is very cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
So they added 2 characters from that, which is fucking rad.
Is that game still $70?
That game is still $1 billion, yes. Yes.
Okay.
I don't even need to look that up. That is 100%. 100% still $1 billion. So I thought that was pretty cool. They also added in 2 new maps and a whole nother... Remember how I brought this up to you about the whole Paralog missions?
Yes, yeah.
So they added a whole new Paralog tier for
cool.
those new characters. And what's really cool is, so you can't... let me word it this way. You can still get the old characters. Now it's just a lot harder because they're not like the active characters in the roster.
Gotcha.
But you can still play the old Paralog quests. Those never go away. That was the one thing I was interested in. So those don't go away at all. So that was a cool thing with Fire Emblem. I'm still, personally though, just talking about that for 5 seconds here, I am still kind of pissed about it just because I beat all the story. And they did give me Paralog quests, so like I'm not complaining, but it's just like I beat the whole story on Lunatic. So there's no point replaying the story because you only earn orbs the first time you beat them.
Oh.
And the only other thing you get from it is experience, and that's why they have the training tower, which is solely meant to get more experience from more enemies. So there's no point playing the story once you beat the story.
Right.
Like, through all 3 modes, which I did. So, it's just that thing of now, like, I play it, I check in, cool, neat. And yeah, like, they have new heroes, which are cool, but I'm sure as fuck not going to spend money because they're not giving me enough missions to do with what I have. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And a game where I threw down $20 like day one because I was like, I want to get these fucking characters. I still like it sounds stupid. I want them to entice me more to spend my money.
Yes.
And I feel like they're not doing that. They're giving me new characters, which is cool, but they're not making me go, oh fuck, there's like 30 new missions. There's like a whole new story that has a whole new chapter. I gotta fucking do this. So I don't know. And then Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links came out with a brand new booster pack, which is cool. They have a whole new sales event for it as well. One I don't really agree with, but I'll go into detail here in a sec. So Valkyrie's Rage is the whole new pack.
Valkyrie.
Yeah, oh my god. Thank you for reminding me. So, by the way, I found this out because at first, because it came out last night at like 2 o'clock in the morning. Me and Jeremy were actually on Xbox when I found it. But the reason why I found it out was I follow a couple people on YouTube and I saw it up. A bunch of people posted videos of that time. Now, I don't know how anyone can fucking mispronounce the word Valkyrie, especially when you look at it. But I have seen multiple motherfucking people pronounce it Valkyrie and with that space in it. So I don't know what the fuck illiterate people...
Valkyrie.
Yeah, Valkyrie. What
Valkyria Chronicles.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my god. I heard it from so many people. I was like, what? No. Like, just stop. So, but yeah, Valkyrie's Rage, it's a really cool booster pack. They add a lot of stuff to it. They have a lot more cards with chains. So a lot more spell and trap cards with hold chains. So if for some reason you're playing Odeon with the chain link ability, you just got fucking OP tier like immediately. One thing that was very, in my opinion, broken about the game was they had a fuck ton of equip spells. They finally put in a bunch of cards that destroy all quick play spells, or not quick play, destroy equip spells, or they have a bunch of cards now that can change equip cards from one card to another. So you won't immediately lose your card if you want Tribute Summon or something like that. So I thought that was cool. Also, one personal deck that I'm probably going to make that they added for monsters, which I thought was cool, was Spirits.
Yes.
The whole cool thing about Spirits.
About that
exactly. I was about to
Spirits are fantastic.
super rant about that. Yeah, cool thing about spirits, just for anybody who doesn't know. Second plan, they go back to your hand, but they have a lot of cards actually in the current like meta that you can use that bounce back a lot of abilities. So like you can play spell or trap cards where if a monster is sent back to your hand this turn, you can gain life points or destroy cards on the field or stuff like that. So spirits were a dirt old set. I mean, they're from probably like, honest to God, they're probably from like 20 sets ago.
Oh wow.
They're like probably the 5th set ever out, to put in perspective. But like I said, they're a lot more viable now because a lot newer cards that I don't even think had that intention are now people are manipulating with, which I think is cool. So yeah, I'm working on a deck right now, playing online with it. I just thought that was cool to bring up because I was
definitely.
Yeah, because it was with Yu-Gi-Oh especially. I was waiting for one because those are the two I've been really going back and forth on, and with Pokemon, which
we have to talk about what happened today.
Yes, today. So me and Jeremy were on a bit of a friend venture.
Yes.
And driving past a Starbucks. We didn't go to Starbucks. We were driving just past
we drive
a
around,
Starbucks.
We drive around the drive-thru 3 times.
But it was for a good reason. It was for a Mareep.
Yes, we both caught a Mareep.
Both caught a Mareep. Our first ones.
Yes.
Our first Mareeps.
So pretty friggin' ecstatic.
I was pretty excited about that. But yeah, here, how about this too, Jeremy? Let's do a go update. Best new catch so far.
Slugma.
Slugma's your best?
Yeah.
I have originally I would have said Sudowoodo, but a lot of people that I've been talking to, including yourself, have gotten one. Funny troll one, Dunsparce.
Yes.
Got 2 of those. I've not seen a lot of people catch Dunsparces.
No, not at all.
I think Dunsparce is so derpy, but I goddamn love them. And then probably the only other one that I've seen that I've gotten that not a lot of people have got is Yanma.
Yes.
So that one's pretty cool.
I also evolved a Swinub today to Piloswine.
You just did.
So I do have that as well, which is pretty cool.
I'm about to get a Quagsire.
Yes, you are.
So the world just got pretty fucking lit. I'm pretty excited. See that.
Oh, also, I caught a female Wobbuffet. We talked about that last time.
Yeah.
But, I still have not seen other people with female Wobbuffets.
I haven't seen anybody with Wobbuffets.
I've seen a couple people with
have
Wobbuffets.
you? Okay.
Just all of them have been male. So far, I'm the only one with the lipstick.
That's
it's great.
Fantastic.
It's fantastic. I love it.
So great.
Absolutely fantastic.
Shit. By the way, too, anybody, any cool Gen 2 Pokemon catches that are definitely out of the ordinary, please leave in the comments.
Yeah.
We're very interested. Yeah. Oh, also, too, we didn't even talk about this ahead of time, but I wanted to bring this up to you. So with Pokemon Go, Niantic fucked up. They fucked up huge. So, with the item drops, we've always been kind of talking about this derpily, and we brought it up like twice on the podcast. They did a poll. They did a poll for 20,000 redeems of a Pokestop. The percentage is a flat percent, by the way, not odd. Percent is 0.003% of getting a fucking item. So more people have speculated, which I'm not saying you speculated, but you've told me on your 7th day you got one. And I've heard that from multiple people, and a lot of people are saying that. So a lot of people are saying that increases the odds, but from someone just doing a flat 20,000 swipes to redeem items, the percentage, because I don't know the actual number, but the percentage is 0.003%.
Wow.
Yeah.
Because I don't find the fun in finding them.
Yeah,
I find the fun in having them.
Yes.
So to me, to have to call 46 GameStops and 30 Targets to try to find a Chase Pop and Walgreens
and Walmart.
Yeah, to try to find a Chase Pop.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care.
Well, listen,
I would rather it be designated to one spot. Like I have one Chase Pop. It is Star-Lord. That is the only Chase Pop that I own.
Is that really the only? I thought you had more.
Nope, it's the only Chase Pop I own.
Oh wow.
I
have quite a few.
I wanted to get the Punisher. Nobody got him.
Yep, nobody got him.
And I couldn't get my hands on him.
Yep.
Offered to trade people that bought it.
Yeah.
People said no. Offered to buy it. People said no. I offered $50 for it. Somebody said no.
Jeez,
so I was like, all right, whatever.
Damn.
I wanted it.
Yeah.
I have all the other Daredevil Pops. I wanted it.
That's the one you want.
So
that's the one you still want.
Yeah.
Say wanted. You still want that shit?
Yes. Well, yeah. It's the only one that I still want.
Still want.
But it's I mean, Overwatch. Overwatch has all these pops. Yeah. I can collect Overwatch pops. I can collect Gears of War pops.
Yep.
I'm just tired of the chases.
Yeah.
Because they are impossible to get. They're ridiculous amounts of money, and it makes me personally feel like I am then doing that entire collection for no reason
because
I'm
you're
never gonna get it.
Yeah, I it's very mixed with me because I have about 4 or 5 chases now. Because like with Ren and Stimpy, for example, like I have both chases,
Right.
and then I hit that problem. Should I buy both originals? Because it's the original color, and yeah. But then the problem, like, here's where I'm hitting this problem though, and this is where my collectible side is, like, because eventually, because here's the thing, I'm not gonna get buried with these fucking things.
Yeah.
So eventually I'm gonna sell them.
Yeah.
I don't think I'm gonna sell the originals for that much. The chases are what's gonna be what makes me a fuck ton of money.
Right.
So then I look at it. Is it worth it? And then I'm like, I don't know. So for me, at least right now, I just have my 2 chases. But, like, that's just for an example. Like, and I just keep getting, like, with that. Like, Bioshock's a good example. I love that they did Bioshock Infinite Pops. Love and adore it. And Bioshock Pops in general. I got the other 2. But I love those. And I got the whole set. I got Booker with the Skyhook and regular Booker and all that stuff. But now they're, like, dirt cheap. I seen it at most stores for, like, on sale for, like, $3 to $4.
Yeah.
I'm not making a profit off when I bought them for 10 when they first came out. You know what I mean? So I'm starting to get a little wise to it. And like I said, I mean, everybody's going to do it differently. But for me, I'm now almost exclusively at the point where, like, either if it's a rare chase that I want, like, going off Gravity Falls, Bill Cipher is a chase. That is fucking rad. It's like a galaxy purple as opposed to his regular yellow triangle body self. I think that is so fucking cool, and I'm going to try to find it. But I'm not, as he said, I'm not going to murder anybody in the fucking street for it. I'm just going to do my best. And if I can't find it, that's shitty. But,
well, the other thing, too, so, like, the 100 is getting pops.
Yes.
The 100 is the CW's least watched show.
Yep.
I think it is 100% fantastic.
Yeah,
I
love
love the show.
Yeah.
Love everything about it.
Yeah, fun fact, people. Jeremy talks about it all the fucking time.
They have a chase pop for Lexa.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yes. Lexa has a chase pop. Okay.
What's the difference? Do you know?
Her eye makeup is gone.
Oh.
So, I'm going to want it.
See, of course.
But I'm never going to get it. Because it's not
even, like, readily available.
It's not. 100 is going to be the same as Lost. It's not going to be a line of pops that you can walk in and find.
Yeah.
The stores are going to get them if they're pre-ordered, if that store can even take pre-orders. They're going to get maybe 1 or 2 a piece, and they're going to be gone.
Well, so and store associates will probably buy them for even customers.
So if I want Alexa Pop, that's Chase.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to buy like 6.
Or you're going to have to just get... Because there's places online, like even I look up too, where like you don't have to worry about the middleman, but you got to shovel out 50 out the gate just to get a Chase.
Yeah.
Like Toy Wiz is a good example.
Yeah.
Like before they even come out, you can buy a guaranteed Chase Pop, but they charge you 50 right out the gate.
Right.
Because that's essentially the cover charge of them buying a box of 6.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And I'm not. There's no way I'm doing that.
No, because it's absurd. You buy 3 of those and you're already.
But I want all 7 of the pops.
Yeah.
Like I want them, and I want each variant of them.
Yeah.
Like even with Overwatch, like I check every single day on Best Buy whether their Reinhardt's up.
Yeah.
I check Blizzard whether their Diva's up. Like I want those pops.
Well, Blizzard, you got to check for 4 other pops, right? You still need the other ones for Blizzard.
Oh well,
the Reaper and
well, I gave up on them. I'm never gonna have.
They might put them back up.
They're never putting White Reaper back up.
They might.
That was BlizzCon 2016 exclusive. They're never putting that back up. Patina Widowmaker's the only one I can see going back up. They're not gonna do.
Well, they already did that one again.
Yeah, and it already.
No, Solar 76 they might do. Listen, the Reaper, I'll give you that. Solar 76 I'll put back up.
I hope.
It'll be super fucking rare and almost like impossible, but yeah. Like another one too. That I'm actually pretty hype about, which like not probably a lot of people are. I collect the Teen Titan Go ones. Those are the ones I try to get like every single one of. The White Raven I'm still never gonna get because it was a Hot Topic exclusive for 5 minutes and now it's like $300, so I'm never ever gonna get it. Fun fact: if anybody knows any like cheap place to get it, please let me know. Like, and by reasonable I mean at least $40.
Yeah,
that's the most I'm willing to spend on. I won't spend anymore. I refuse. And 60 is even probably a good deal for what it's opposed to price. I'm just saying for me personally, I'm not spending that much on a fucking pop.
Yeah.
But I have like all the other colored Ravens. I have all the fucking original cast. I have the Halloween costumes. And Jinx just came out. And now they didn't even do an announcement, but Toys R Us, through one of the people I follow, noticed that in an unlinked URL, there's Blackfire coming out.
Yes.
And there's a placeholder for Blackfire, but they haven't even promoted it yet.
Yeah.
So it's just fucking crazy. It's like that's the problem with Pops right now. The problem is with Pops is they need to do one or the other. They either need to come out the gate and go, yeah, we're fucking tough collectibles. If you want to be in this, you got to fucking work for it. Yep. Or they have to make it properly, readily available for everyone.
Yep.
You can't dance in the middle. I hate this in the middle shit.
Yep.
You either commit. You either go. If you're into us, you got to commit to it because, yeah, we don't put out a lot, but that's the point. That's half of the collecting value is hunting for it. That's what we're about. But the problem is they're not promoting it.
Right.
Like, they're just saying, oh, it's a chase. And sometimes there are chase variants. Like, sometimes, like, there's a lot of chase variants. And sometimes there's fucking absolutely none. Like, sometimes I hear there's a chase. And I'm like, I've never even seen it like, I've never even seen someone have a box of it before.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, they just have to commit one way or the other. Like, one, for example, is, like, I got Wally Gator and Touche Turtle for Hanna-Barbera. I have never seen a actual in-person chase Snagglepuss. And that's the one I want. Yeah. That's actually, out of the three, it's the only one I wanted. But I found the other two, and I was like, fuck yeah, I gotta pick those up. Also, another rando thing just about that pissed me off. So, technically, for that wave, they did 4. They did those 3, and then they did Adam Ant. Why the fuck they didn't do a chase for Adam Ant is beyond me. I'm hoping... because right now, at least on Funko's website, they've been doing a lot of Hanna-Barbera stuff. That's like their exclusive thing right now. They keep doing a bunch of neon ones. Well, right now they're just doing the Flintstones.
Yes.
But they keep adding a bunch of neon variants like they did Magilla Gorilla and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I got him, and I'm praying later on they do an Adamant just through that. Right. Because that's my thing, at least right now. Like, I love the neon colors for Hanna-Barbera set. Because I used to love the Hanna-Barbera cartoons. But same thing. It's like, it's like if it's a chase, it's fucking impossible to find. Like, fuck. And it's like, like I want Snagglepuss, but I'm not gonna spend $50 to fucking pay some dude online when I was looking in stores. Right. I was looking every fucking day in stores. I still couldn't find it. Called 36 goddamn retailers. I couldn't find a fucking one. It's like, what the...
I'm honestly probably going to start selling some of the ones that I have.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't need the Civil War ones. They're over.
That's what I'm saying.
I have Suicide Squad ones that I don't need. Yeah. But I also have a whole bunch of opened ones because they come out of the box. Yeah. So I'm probably, if anybody's interested, I have like 50 opened Pops.
On our Facebook page. We might need to make a Facebook shop.
Yeah, right?
Facebook shop.
I have about 50 open Pops. They range from the Hulkbuster to Daredevil. I opened them. I also opened Miles Morales and Lady Thor. Yeah, I know. But anyway, regardless...
Marvel exclusives opened.
I know. I was naive back then. I didn't know.
Marvel exclusives!
But...
You're wearing the shirt!
I know. But you can... I will sell you the whole lot of 50 Pops.
You doing some bargaining right now in this goddamn podcast?
I am, yeah. Whole lot of 50.
This is some awful shameless plugging here. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus. I want to help you get paid. But fuck, man. All right, do your...
50 open Pops for $100.
The whole lot?
The whole lot.
Damn. Would you say mint condition?
For opened, yes.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. I just want the listeners to hear.
Except the one Captain Cold where his arm falls off.
His arm falls off?
Yeah, his hand with his gun just pops out of his arm.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't know. All the other ones, though, they're perfectly fine.
Okay, every other one's perfectly fine. Yeah. You've heard it here, except for Captain Cold.
Yeah, except Captain Cold. Fuck Captain Cold.
He's just like,
my hand froze.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
with hand popping action.
Not intended.
Yeah.
Okay, so, that was our rant about Pops.
Yes.
I am actually going to start selling some, though. So if anybody is interested in buying Pops, spread that around.
Yeah. Plus, it's up on the Facebook page.
Yeah. So, moving on to, I think, one of our final topics. Well, you wanted to talk about For Honor a little bit, right? Yeah.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yeah, hit that up.
So, because we brought it up that we were going to play, and I checked it out. I'm not going to play For Honor anymore. Here's why. It's actually kind of a very simplistic reason. The gameplay's great. I'm actually going to say that, by the way, if you want my 10-minute review here.
Yeah.
Gameplay's awesome. Super into it. The counter-intuitive system with the melee combat's cool. The fact they force you to learn or you're going to get your ass kicked, great. Don't fucking handhold people. Fucking make them work through it. They have AI bots for training. Perfect. Great setup. What I don't like, and why I'm already this is just for me. I'm not saying this for everybody. They put up, not day one, but literally the next day, they put up microtransactions. And these microtransactions are the worst type of microtransactions. You can either waste 16 hours to level up one set character class to learn all of its moves and all of its combos, or you can pay $5 and just get the entire fucking skill tree maxed out. You can earn good gear in game by winning matches, just like how they do loot boxes and stuff in Overwatch stuff.
Right.
Or you can pay for set crates to get guaranteed better loot because you're paying money.
Wow.
So, and that's gear that does affect gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, that does boost your defense stat and heights your slash speed. Yeah, that's not an appearance. That's not cosmetic. That is direct pay to win. Yeah. I don't want, like, and here's the thing. I don't want to blanket term that because it is still a great game.
Yeah.
I'm just not going to play for that reason. I do not.
Oh, I'm right there with you.
I do not want to fucking play a game where if somebody pitches $100 extra, they are just kicking my fucking ass. And almost, I can get better in skill, but only to a certain threshold. And I'm just not, I don't have the time and dedication to sift through fights of some people that have it and some people that don't. I don't have the time for it. So here's the thing. They're going to keep doing it, and that's cool. And I'm hoping that, like, once they do a season 1, because I'm actually as much as I'm beating on the game right now, I hope they do a season 2.
Yeah.
And do, like, kind of like how they're doing with Rainbow Six. They just need to come up with better options for defensive stats. They need to have a game type where they turn that off and just have it be cosmetic. So then pay to win doesn't always win.
Right.
And especially for new people getting right into the game, they don't get fucking obliterated. And also another major thing they need to do is they need to better properly organize how fights work. The other problem I've been having a lot is, like, all people need to do is group up in teams of 3. God forbid you're either playing by yourself or say, like, we're playing together, so it's 2-on-3. We're probably going to lose. And we're going to keep losing. Like, I mean, of course, there's a whole battlefield of people, but it's like 10-on-10. And the problem is they just keep jumping me with 3 fucking people. There's no way you're going to win. The best case scenario is you kill one of them, and then you get fucking wrecked by the other 2. And then you lost the round, and you got fucking mollywopped, and then it's like, well, what happened? So, I don't know. They need to work on better system setup, things like that. They need to make it almost kind of not advantageous for other people to group up on other people, because the whole point of the game is for duels.
Right.
And I'm getting hit in the back. About 80% of my deaths were getting hit in the back from another person.
Ugh.
So I can't control that. You know what I mean? And coming from a guy who's used to playing Dark Souls, doing 3v1s and coming out on top, this is not the game for that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, this game is meant for, like, you could take out maybe 4 people at the most. You're not going, I mean, praise to the people that are, but you're not going on a 10-man fucking killing spree.
Yeah.
A 10-man player killing spree. You can kill a bunch of NPCs all you want and fucking be a god, but yeah, you fight 10 players in a row and you come out on top, good for you, but you're not pulling that on average.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to bring that up. I just thought, like I said, because we kind of brought it up and then I played it for a little bit. I don't think we talked about it on the last episode, but I just wanted to give people a heads up for why I haven't personally really talked about it. Because like I said, I got into it, I saw what it was about, I'm all for it, I'm just not going to play it.
I just have no desire to play it.
Exactly. So, like I said. But we were talking about, and I still do want to compliment on the term that we were talking about when we first brought it up, of it's totally new.
Yeah.
It's not just new IP, but it's a whole new game type.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm supporting it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not supporting the microtransaction bullshit side of
Right.
it. And I want them to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's going off a little bit too. That's one thing I am very, 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 very nervous of with Injustice.
Yes.
Because
Same.
Injustice, because the beta came out and I actually got a chance to demo it. And the problem is, same thing. There is not just different movesets, but different points and ability stats.
Right.
You will output more power if you have this gauntlet. You will get a frame rate advantage if you do wear this helmet.
Right.
So it's very... I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, in all honesty, I am probably not going to play Injustice Online.
I am, but like I've stated before, I'm not a fighting game pro, so I'm not expecting to get anywhere amazing.
Maybe I'll just fight you online.
That might not go well either. Let's not lose a friendship over this. That just might not go well.
Well, we can stream Injustice.
Oh, we should. We should definitely do that.
Yeah,
we should have fun fighting one another.
That'll be a game that people can actually see both of our screens at the same time.
Well, another one we should do.
Marvel vs. Capcom.
Yes, thank you. I was literally going to say, because that comes out way sooner. It's the 17th?
7th.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I am almost positive.
I want you to look it up.
I'm
not trying to be a dick.
Almost positive.
I need you to fact check that right now.
I am almost positive.
Because I want to say the 17th. But we need to clear this up right now so it's not a weird date.
Now, remember, this is just 3. This is not infinite for
No, this is Ultimate 3, the physical release, because technically on PS4 it already came out, but on Xbox One.
Okay, Marvel vs. Capcom.
Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
3. Yes.
For Xbox One.
I'm trying not to type loud.
I was about to say, yeah, he's
March 7th.
It is 7th,
right,
damn.
It's the same day as Ghost Recon.
Okay, cool.
Which also, I do want to go off on a tangent on Ghost Recon at some point. Not necessarily today, because I played the beta a little bit, but once it comes out, I mean, I'm going to talk amazing things. Yeah, I have a lot to say.
Good.
I want to kind of save it all for beta versus regular versus... I mean, I've seen like so many people compare it already to The Division.
I don't think that's fair.
In the wild.
I don't think that's fair at all. That's such a bad...
Yeah.
The game I've been comparing it to is Metal Gear. Metal Gear Solid 5. Where it's open world, you can do what you want, you can choose the missions.
Yeah,
but the nicer part about this, as opposed to Metal Gear, is you don't have to go back in the helicopter and fly off. You can just... I'm going to drive over there and do this mission.
It's co-op.
Yeah.
And I just...
4-player co-op, right?
Yes. I cannot wait. I am so incredibly excited for it.
It looks great.
But I say we end this with the biggest part of today.
Okay.
Which is the new Overwatch update.
Ugh.
So.
New competitive season. Season 4.
We have the server browsing.
Yes.
So you can, basically, with Overwatch's new update, now I'm not 100% sure it's on consoles yet, right now. I would assume so.
We have not checked yet, officially.
But it is, you basically pick a game type, set the rules for it.
Well, better is, you make the game type.
Yeah, you can search by a game type, or you can make a game type. Just completely make it whatever you want.
Yep.
If you want your characters to move at 400% speed, go for it.
Mm-hmm.
You can have the game whatever you want, and you can play it privately, or you can make it a searchable server, and people can come and play your game type with you.
Which is so cool.
And it's amazing. So anybody that wants to always play Total Mayhem,
like us,
you can play Total Mayhem all the time.
God.
And it's great. Now, I'm going to assume that you get experience for beating these matches.
I would hope so.
Unlike private play, when you play just among friends, you don't get XP.
Yeah, I would assume. Or maybe you have to make them public.
Maybe.
I don't know. It's going to be interesting. All I'm going to say is this. You better get experience.
Yes. But you
better get experience. Now, the thing is, still turn off trophies.
Yes.
Or achievements. But you better get experience. If they don't give me fucking loot boxes for goddamn cosmetic shit for still having fun, that's going to piss me off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Total Man, I just want to play Total Man all the time. Oh, and then also the Bastion update.
Yes.
The Bastion update is official.
Yes.
So everything that we talked about already with Bastion, the moving while healing, the less spread fire in regular in tank mode, all that stuff.
Yes.
So all that is officially up. So at some point, at some point tonight, we're definitely gonna, Should we talk about that?
Yeah, we're gonna stream it.
Yeah, so we are gonna live stream tonight.
Yes, tonight being the 28th. So if you listen to this on March 1st, we will have been done streaming.
Yes.
However, that is not to say that we won't be streaming again sometime this week.
Yes.
We might be doing it a couple times this week. We'll be doing it next week.
We should definitely be doing more. And also, too, we're going to post a bunch of stuff on the Facebook page about it. We'll probably do that right after we're done with this, too.
Yes. Reminding everybody that we are streaming tonight.
Yep.
It's going to be pretty fun. We have a couple cool things planned. We're going to start the competitive season, do some of our placement matches, and then maybe move on to a different game.
Yes.
So you'll have to
because the whole thing
be
is
there to find find out.
Yes, because I was going to say, because me and Jeremy talked about it for a while, because we were thinking about actually doing Overwatch the whole time, but we're very conflicted. But the whole thing is, overall, we want the live streams to be fun. Of course, we want them to be at least partially informative. But at the end of the day, they're more fun. If you're watching us even play games and the fact that you're more in tune with watching us as opposed to, you know what I mean, doing your own thing.
And you get to hear us make more jokes.
Yes, exactly.
We are a little bit more laid back on the stream.
Absolutely. So the whole thing is, we didn't want to just do Overwatch the entire time because, especially with competitive, how serious tone that is.
Yes, we can be put on full pilt.
Yes, we did not. We did not want to be. We did not want to be just all fucking serious the entire time because that's not fun to watch. That's not fun. I mean, it might be fun to watch me get all fucking mad and throw a bunch of profanity out there, but
might
that's
be fun
not.
to watch me call people shit bitches.
Yeah, exactly. But that's not what. I don't think that's what we want to do, especially for our fans the entire time. So we're definitely throughout the live stream gonna have some pretty good fun. So it'll be pretty good. Yeah, we'll be probably playing for what 3-4 hours at least.
Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, because you're off tomorrow from your job.
I am.
I close tomorrow at my job, so I don't gotta be there till 2.
So we got the whole night.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, everybody. So this wraps up episode 5.
Yeah.
Episode 5, by the way.
Yeah.
What's that 5 of these?
Yeah. Well, technically 6.
Yes. But I'm saying the number.
Yeah.
We actually hit number 5.
Yeah. So this is pretty great.
Small little achievement for us.
Yeah. Thank you again for all the people supporting us.
Yes. Continually
watching the live stream last week.
Yes. And hopefully tuning in this week.
Yes. And then, like we said before, feel free to leave comments. Share, if you guys like us, share us with your friends.
Please.
And
please.
Yeah, give us any feedback. If we talk too much about something, if we talk too little about something, let us know. And also, if you do want to hear mini segments like we mentioned last time, if you want us to do like a quick half hour, 45-minute comic episode, or a half hour, 45-minute anime episode like once a month.
Also, potential game reviews.
Yes,
that is something we've talked about for a little bit. But honestly, the only reason why we haven't pushed it any further is because we really haven't heard feedback.
Yes. So
if we do hear some feedback on it, we at least hear 2 or 3 people definitely into it, we will absolutely do a segment on even set games for, 10, 20 minute, even potentially 30 if it's a really good one.
Yeah.
But yeah.
The other thing too, Nick and I are going to start live streaming separately at certain points for single player stuff.
Yes.
So, if there's a day where I'm doing a throwback game of playing Xenoverse 2 or something.
Yes.
And I just, feel like live streaming. We might do that so you guys can follow along. We might give updates and reviews on a new, patch or something that came out.
And just even more one-sided stuff.
Yeah.
Jeremy might go in more depth about, how he thinks Last of Us 2 is going in a super weird direction.
It's a psychological thriller, man.
Yeah, it'll be cool. And I'll talk about on my side of it, how I'm going to get a copy of Last of Us for free from my buddy and, it'll be all good.
How I am, you mean.
But no, yeah, what's it called? No, but it'll be cool. So we just want to do that just because nothing against either one of us. It's just honestly so we can dedicate actually just more time for you guys. Just even between, me and Jeremy rarely do get time with ourselves. So, obviously we do as much content as we can together. But yeah, obviously if we can just, bust out a couple games, still talk about everything that we're talking about anyway.
And there are games out there that are single player, like Tales and Berserk.
Yes.
And Dragon Ball is not really single player, but most of the missions single
player. But also too, by the way, that's not to say that we still won't have people join in on the live streams.
Oh yeah.
Me and Jeremy probably will join in absolutely on each other's live streams all the time, even if it is a single player game. We might even be doing our own total different things, but still just, keep talking as we do. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So yeah, episode 5, 28th for a friendly reminder. Yeah.
Yes.
And by the way, dude, I just want to bring this up super quick because I know we're trying to wrap up at fucking 3 more days till Switch.
Yeah. The next episode, Nick and I will actually have our reactions to playing the Switch.
Yes.
So
100%.
It'll be a very Switch-heavy episode.
Yes.
We'll talk a little bit about Ghost Recon because it comes out that day.
I do want to forewarn me and Jeremy. This is breaking the wall here because I haven't really talked about this with Jeremy. We might put out the podcast a day later. I do want to give everybody a heads up because I don't want to I won't personally even feel comfortable putting out a podcast unless we have comfortably played the Switch enough
Yes.
to register our full opinions. I really like, because you agree with me there, right?
Yes.
Because I don't want to do that where it's like where we only got to turn it on, fucking update it, play a game, and then record and go, it's great or it sucks. Like,
right.
I really want to sink some time into it. We'll even, what's it called? We should definitely, we might not be able to live stream anything, but you and me should definitely fucking do some, like, 1-2 Switch shit.
Yes.
Before we actually hop on. I mean, we'll probably be playing with each other's families and shit first, but we should definitely do some shit, or like Bomberman or some shit.
Yes.
Yeah, we should definitely do some shit like that. That'll be great. Cool. All right, but yeah, anyway, so yeah. That's pretty much it. So, yeah. Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, see you later.
Bye-bye.